throne of kings, this sceptred isle, this earth of majesty, this seat of Mars, this other Eden, demi-paradise, this fortress built by nature for herself against infection and the hand of war.
They say Brits play the best villains. But what makes a great villain? Firstly, you need to sound distinct. Speak with an eloquence that lets everyone know who's in charge. Gentlemen. Excellent. Now, a villain should have style. A suit should always be bespoke, razor sharp, like your wit. It's important that a villain has the means to stay one step ahead. World domination starts with attention to detail. Take this tiny switch, for example. It changes everything. Now brace yourselves. This happy breed of men, this little world, this precious stone set in the silver sea, against the envy of less happier lands, this blessed plot, this earth, this realm, this England. It's all mine.
Sorry.
I'll survive.
I don't doubt it. You're an excellent specimen. I thought you were empty.
I just moved in.
I'm Charlotte Melville.
Hi. Sorry, I must have fallen asleep.
God, I hope we haven't frightened him off.
So what if we have?
What's going on, everyone? It's Nina Infinity. Welcome to the Sunday night show where we discuss weekly episodes that we're watching. Right now, we're watching What If? It's episode 7 that we're reviewing today with my panelist, Script Doctor. How are you, Script?
I am doing very well this evening. How are you, Nina?
I'm good. I'm super excited to be talking about this episode because it was a gong show. I feel like I really need some. Like I needed to talk it out. I was like, what did I just watch? I don't really quite know what that was. But please tell everyone where they can find you before we get into it.
Sure. You can find me here chatting with you on Sundays and on Twitter at ScriptDoctorPhD and on my YouTube channel at youtube.com/ScriptDoctor, where I do analysis and breakdowns of film and television episodes. And then every once in a while I'll be on various other channels, just like you and I. We guest on Midnight's Edge. I'm usually in the morning, and you got the good old Toxic Femme, so check that out tomorrow. And things of that nature.
Yeah. We have other panelists that are going to be joining us this evening, but they're running a little late. It's all good. So they will. We got a big show, so they'll get it here when they can. Jane's going to show up. I think maybe Dmajini, possibly some other people, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. But we have, okay, let's start off with talking about what you thought of this episode. What did you think of this episode, Script?
National Lampoon's take on Thor, I guess.
I guess it kind of did seem like that, didn't it? Like a little bit National Lampoony.
Yeah, like not the good National Lampoons, like the early 2000s to now National Lampoons, kind comedic take on Thor. It was
Like,
also weird.
well, like
Yeah.
it wasn't as good as like Van Wilder or anything, because I think that one's the last one I watched that was pretty good.
Well, yeah, that was purchased by National Lampoon. Actually, I don't think they co-financed that one.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't
Yeah,
know that.
because I remember it. I remember at the time it was just Van Wilder, and it was being shopped around. And then I think
Oh.
National Lampoon's put its name on it so it can go up, because there's also a Canadian film uh, that came out the year a couple years later, and MTV, or sorry, Much Music produced it,
Oh.
and they actually shot in like downtown Toronto for their climax, and nobody was really watching it until National Lampoon's purchased it for distribution, and then it started getting a little bit of money. But that was also not a very good movie either.
What
Can't
was that
remember the
movie?
title.
Oh, you don't know? Okay.
I just remember it had a bunch of up and coming stand up comics in it, and there was a road trip from one part of Canada to Toronto for the Much Music festival thing that doesn't exist, never
Oh my
did.
God,
They just made it
Much
up for the
Music
movie.
Festival. Wow, that's been a long time since I've.
I think Avril Lavigne was in it.
Oh my God.
Like,
I think I remember watching that. Oh my God, that's so long ago.
yeah.
Feels like another lifetime ago, man.
But
That's
but
crazy.
I was reminded of that type of comedy and things like that with this Thor, because it was so weird. And on top of that, Thor doesn't have a beard, which makes it even weirder.
Dude, I hated like the way that they had portrayed him, like as a just the whole
He's
thing.
a student still.
Oh my God, like his drawing though, he looked not good. Like I was like, dude, he looks kind of goofy and oafy, and he okay, like I he looked mentally challenged. Like he didn't look. I'm
Like he had a
trying
few
to I'm
extra
trying to be
chromosomes from
nice.
Asgard.
Yeah, like I'm trying to be nice and I'm trying to not say the R word, but they made him look like an R word. Like they made him look like that. And I was like his head was bigger, like he looked autistic. And I was like, I don't really understand why they're trying to do that. I think what they're trying to do, and we all know that like Chris Hemsworth as Thor has been kind of getting like he's like we got fat Thor, and we got like all sorts of like blind Thor, whatever, like all these weird things, like hair cut off Thor, and just all this stuff that makes him like not sexually desirable. And I think that has been very well portrayed in this episode. Like anything that you can make him like not sexy with, that they've done.
Yeah,
Yes,
well, definitely with his behavior.
retarded. That's what's going on. Yeah.
Yeah, he was definitely it felt like kind of a kid's like NBC Saved by the Bell type National Lampoony mix of genres applied to Thor, which is weird because Thor, when the first movie started out, there was this tongue in cheek humor to it. Even in the Dark World, like there's a shot where Chris Hemsworth, he did this himself. He was not directed to do so, but he comes into like the apartment, and as everyone's hanging up their coats, he hangs up Mjolnir on the hook, like just like it's an umbrella or something.
Yeah, like it's an umbrella. Yeah.
But it's like supposed to be this thing that nothing can lift, or anyone who's worthy. So he puts it on a hook, so it's just hanging there. So anyone were to grab it, they could never do it. They couldn't move it. It would just be completely stationary. But it's just this like subtle things, because Chris Hemsworth has actually got a huge sense of humor, like a very broad sense of humor, and he's good at comic timing and everything. And yet,
I mean,
in
he
this
must
script
have a good
alone,
enough sense of humor to like do this. I mean, this is
in
because
this one,
this was voiced by him.
it was work for hire, clearly. I mean, even from an actor's perspective, I could look at the script on paper and see like, oh yeah, this can seem kind of fun. But once you actually get it out there to sort of like say it out loud and in a room, you'd start realizing this doesn't really track properly with the intention that's behind it.
Exactly. Like I'm just trying to pull up an image of what I'm talking about, because so last week I got a copyright claim.
Jeez. Disney found you.
I think it's because Disney was really salty about what we were talking about. Because what happened was they made it not public. Like they made it like not public and not monetizable. And then I put in a dispute, and then 2 or 3 days later, it came back that's as public, but it's still not monetizable, so it still has to be reviewed by Disney. But technically, YouTube said, like, YouTube was like, no, it's okay. This can be public. So I think that they hated that what we were talking about, and they were like, they got salty about
Is there
it.
an
But they couldn't,
auditory claim we can put on this? No,
yeah,
it's all the original voices. We don't own those.
they couldn't do anything. So like now I got to be careful about like how fast I go through the shots.
Yep.
So we don't like we kind of avoid that. But I just wanted to pull up this kind of like still shot of Thor, just so you can see what I'm talking about here. Like, see what I mean by like the elongated jaw and like the weird kind of like forehead look. I don't know. Does he not look sheetarded to you? I don't know.
Well, the last time I saw a jaw like that, it was on a donkey.
That's what I'm talking about. Like he's
Like
like
it's very pronounced. Like
it's
more pronounced than
very
it should.
pronounced. Like, dude, he doesn't look like him at all. It's not a likeness to Chris Hemsworth at all. Like
Yeah.
in the least. It's so bad. I was like,
And I'm also not liking the airbrushing across the cheeks and nose that they do to all their characters. It just is unnatural.
yeah. Yeah. Like it would be more natural if they had done it to only like the females, but males don't usually have a blush going across the thing.
No,
Unless you
it's like
get
they
like
all have
that,
rosacea.
yeah, and unless you get like that blush from like the male anime characters where like they like see a girl and they're like, oh, and then they get all like, blushy because they're like, oh my God, it's a girl I gotta go talk to,
Or
but
the
it's
alcoholic flush face where
yeah,
they're
yeah.
just red because they've been drinking so much.
Yeah, but that's a thing though. We all know that.
Yeah.
Stephen Otten, thank you so much for the $5. Hail Nina script and chat. Thanks again for watching. So we don't have to. You're welcome. You're welcome. This was work. This is definitely work. Raj H is in the house, says looks like Prince Charming from Shrek. He kind of does, but like even more sheet-hearted.
Yeah, they should have animated the beard. I think the beard would have saved this animation a little bit.
You know what? You may be right. You may be right. Because they tried to do with this to like with not giving him the beard again was to like make him not masculine and to make him like more boyish, because this episode was about him kind of like being a mama's boy, really. Like he was like, oh no, mommy, like, oh my God, mommy's mad at me now. Like, like, so they made him like super, like, I guess, young-ish, because that's
More juvenile, definitely more
juvenile.
of because he's never been the butt of jokes. He was the one making them, so to speak. I think is what they're trying to
Exactly.
imply here. Like, because again, this is the what if Thor was an only child, and Loki was returned to his people to grow up to be a giant blue ice monster.
Yeah, which by the way, there was another scene here when before that they here, let me quickly find that scene. Before they went like partied, they were talking about this, what you just said. Like setting up the basis of like, well, the peeping Tom guy, the what if guy was like talking about, what would happen. Oops. Wrong script.
It's us.
It was us. What would happen if Loki was given to the other
To the Frost Giants. Returned to the Frost Giants, yes.
and the animation and the artwork for that segment, which is basically this. Look at Thor. He's got a beard.
Yep.
Look at this animation. Look at this art style. This is beautiful. That entire segment was beautiful. And it made me think, what would have happened to What If it had been animated in this style and not this weird 3D, like whatever the fuck this is that we're watching. But I don't know. What did you think of this segment and like what
it
the
was
art
like
looked like?
I liked it because it reminded me of like the final art you get in like your art concepts with film. I even know some storyboard artists that go this far where they start coloring things based on director's notes, and you get these really beautiful concept shots, and they're not like a kit bash of various other stock photos. It's all hand painted, hand drawn things. Really, really beautiful stuff. So yeah, I was kind of looking at this like, oh, is this a new animation style? I was like, oh, clearly not, because they're not going to run through it. But yeah,
I wish to God they had though, because this was so great. Like I thought just the amount of potential that they've missed through this, I was like, wow, like I can't believe that you're showing us how much potential you actually have, and then you go and you make this literally within the next frame. Like it's awful. I mean, look at this. Look at this image. Look at the coloring.
That's a
Look at
poster on your wall. Like that's how good it is.
exactly. That's beautiful. There's so many things they could have done. Look at this. Like how cool is this image with the frost giants and Odin going and giving baby Loki to the frost giants. Like, I don't know. I thought that this was really, really cool. I love
Yeah.
this. 200 Watt Studios, hello, says Hail Nina, script and chat. Great way to spend the evening of my birthday tonight. Happy birthday, 200 Watt Studios.
Yes,
Yay.
happy birthday.
Oh my goodness. Happy birthday, dude. Tonight was Polly's birthday too. So happy birthday to 200 Watt Studios. Happy birthday to Polly. Everybody, please put some birthday stuff in the chat for 200 Watt Studios. Let's give them some love. Birthday cakes, all that celebration stuff. Happy birthday, man. Really happy that you're here and spending it with us tonight. I hope you had a great day. Stephen Otten again for another $5 says, new Netflix movie Extraction 2, The Search for the Real Thor. Chris Hemsworth can play both parts. Dude, you know what? I might go watch Extraction tonight because I have been meaning to watch that movie for so long and I just haven't had a chance. And I saw that Extraction 2 got announced and then everyone's like, oh my God, Extraction 1 was so good. So like, I was just like, oh, I can't believe I haven't seen that movie. So I might even go watch that movie after this stream. So there we go. Yay. Happy birthday. We got some love in the chat for 200 watts. There's Teresa. Hi, Teresa. Good to see you. You have the link if you're so tempted. Want to come hang out with us? I know you're in an undisclosed location. So thank you everybody for showing some love to my good friend 200 Watt Studios. There we go. Happy birthday. Cuck McNeilberg the first. I just wanted to give you a shout out because I know you're Canadian and you wanted me to say A. So what's up, A? Good to see you. Script Doctor is also Canadian.
Yeah, how's it going, eh?
There you go, A. Let's talk more about this this damn show that's
Yeah,
not
Odin
very good.
really took one for the team there, by rescuing little Loki and then giving him back to this guy there. Yeah, and yeah, I think it's gonna be working out okay. There's gonna have like a surrogate cousin relationship there with Thor, and I think it's gonna be fun. Yeah.
I'm dead. I'm dead. He's way better at it than me. I only know A and a boot. That's it.
Oh,
A.
I've been all over. You can pick up all
Good
sorts of weird
Lord.
ones.
Good Lord. That was amazing. That was amazing. I just died. Thank you so much for that. So there you go. We are Canadian. If you couldn't tell. Oh, there's also my flag to show as proof. There. Love for Canada. Oh, Jesus, that accent says Spike.
That is a dialect.
Dude, that was amazing. I cannot believe you were so good at it. It just flew out of you. That was whew. That was good stuff. Okay. Oh my God. You hoser?
Oh,
That's
yeah,
what
the bunch of
dude,
hosers.
that's what I was calling Justin Trudeau for so long during the elections.
That's almost like a compliment at this point.
There are a bunch of fucking hosers over there, man. But nobody understood. Like Americans don't understand what hoser is. Only Canadians get that. Oh my God. But anyways, back to this this gem of a show. You got some again. This whole sequence was amazing, and then you see Mommy Thor. Wait, what was her name again? It wasn't Mommy Thor.
Frigga. And
Frigga.
Unfortunately, I don't think it was voiced by Renee Russo because she played the character.
No. Again, and she also doesn't look like her.
No.
Mind you, the liking is not a bad one. She just looks like a generic character. It's not. She doesn't look like.
She doesn't
Renee Russo
capture
at all.
Renee Russo's
No.
beauty and grace. And that the other part too, which also kind of really bummed me out, is the fact that when Thor was announced, and they said, "Oh, Renee Russo's going to be playing opposite Anthony Hopkins." I'm like, "Oh, that'll be really cool to see." And she's like less than 30 seconds in the film, and I'm just like, "What? What are you doing? Why?" And then even in the second one, they give her a bit more screen time, and I was
That
like,
was a missed opportunity for
it really
sure.
was.
It really was. Again, this entire episode is a missed opportunity because
Instead of
have been
what if, it
so
should be
good.
why this.
It. What if Marvel didn't suck ass? Anyways, they this was a nice shot. All the outside shots are nice. So yeah, there's Thor being sheethearted. Heimdall is so black. Because this is not a what if where he's actually white like he's supposed to be. So wait, what happened here?
They transport themselves to Midgard to party while
Right.
during the Odin sleep, and I think their first location is Las Vegas, Nevada.
Yeah, so they beamed in. I actually started the scan a little bit later. So what happened was Jane and her girlfriend, her non-hetero or non-lesbo girlfriend, played by Jennings. What was her name? What was her name again?
Oh, Kat Dennings.
Kat Dennings, yeah, that lady. They're hanging out in the van. It's kind of like Thor, where they're like, tracking extraterrestrial stuff, and then they get the signal, and they're like, oh no, like what's going on? There's like an alien landing, and blah blah blah. And they find out it's Thor, and it is Thor, and Thor is like basically beamed himself and his entire army and friends into Las Vegas, and they start like partying with people in Vegas because that's what he's here to do. He's here to party and have fun because he's Thor and he doesn't give a shit. Naked Fame for $2 says Thor looks like Rocky Dennis. Freya, not that far off. Wait, who the hell is Rocky Dennis?
I think Eric Stoltz played him in the movie Mask.
Good lord, dude. I just looked this up.
That's a little hyperbolic, but I appreciate the intention you're going for.
I mean, he's not wrong because this is kind of like, okay, I have to share this image because, my God, he's not that far off, though. That's the thing. He kind of is a little bit drawn like this. Like he's like
accentuated, yeah.
Very accentuated and messed up. Okay, that's enough of that. So back to this. Wait a minute. Sorry, I'm multitasking here, so I got to keep up with the chat too. Don't do it. She did it. You made me. You bring up people I have to look up. I don't know who these people
I will recommend
are.
See the movie Mask. It's actually a beautiful film, kind of tragic but really a good film.
Wait, you mean like with Jim Carrey?
No, the one with Eric Stoltz.
Oh, okay.
But you want to see the one with Jim Carrey, you can as well.
Like, Mask is not tragic. That was not amazing.
That's The Mask. Yeah, that's a comic book adaptation. This is a Mask is different.
Okay, I'll have to check that out. 200 Watt Studios for $2 says Thor looks like Rocky from Life Goes On. Wait.
I think that's going to be another bad one.
Oh my God. Let's see. Rocky from Life Goes On. I don't see an image.
So Life Goes On is a sitcom, and I think the main character Rocky has Downs.
Oh, he's the Down syndrome kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Corky. Is it Corky or Rocky? Yeah.
Yeah. You're right. Corky. He says too. Oh my God, it's so sad because it's true. It's true. I'm Naked Fame also says Mask is amazing. Wow, okay. All right. Good to know. It's so sad to me, you guys. I love Thor. There's literally like no sexual appeal. Here's the thing too. It's not like I'm saying like, oh, give me sexual appeal for an animated cartoon because I want to go flick my bean to this cartoon. No, like that's not what's going on over here. I'm just saying He needs to have something that looks like him. It's Chris Hemsworth. Like, you can draw. They captured the liking of Benedict Cumberbatch so well. Why can't you do it for him too? It's just unfair that this guy gets so, I don't know.
Second-rate treatment.
Yeah, like it's just unfair to me. Naked Fame for Two says Thor looks a little Downey. Oh my god. And not Robert Downey. He looks down. Okay. I'm sorry.
I mean, it's not even a proper baby face either, because it looks like swole.
Oh God, no! I make a pun. I'm the worst at pun, dude. Okay, here we go. So yeah, he's like, "Oh my god, let's party, y'all!" Because I'm Thor and I'm here to party. And obviously, again, the best parts of this episode were anytime she was having an interaction with Howard the Duck, who showed up out of nowhere. I guess he was part of the party, like Thor's party brigade, which consisted of basically everyone in Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, they were all there except for Chris Pratt.
Yep.
They were all there, like except for Star-Lord. All the Guardians of the Galaxy people were there.
Yeah, it was pretty much a galactic party in Vegas.
Wait, the other chick wasn't there either, though. Actually, I don't think I saw
Gamora
her.
was there.
Yeah, Gamora wasn't there. Nebula was there.
Yeah.
The girl, the bug girl with the thingies were there.
Mantis?
Mantis was there. Obviously Howard the Duck was there. Even the dudes from Drax was there. Even the dudes from the Collector, like the Collector and his dudes were there.
Yep.
They were all there. The only people that weren't there was Gamora and Star-Lord.
I would have preferred this What If to have more focus on Howard the Duck and Kat Dennings' character because of what they did during this party.
I agree. I thought that would have been more funny. And honestly, every time Howard the Duck's shown up, I've actually been interested. So I don't know why they haven't actually done a Howard the Duck episode. Like, they keep teasing his character, and like we're like, okay, yeah, like I'm interested. Like, we're interested in this.
It might be a little tricky because Howard the Duck is very much against the type of air quote progressive woke culture.
That's also very true.
That Disney does. So yeah, it's.
I mean, look at him. He's like, he's drinking. He's a very toxic male. He's very toxic. Nikki D, thank you so much for the $5. Says the fact that Frigga and the Warrior 3 were underutilized in the MCU really bums me out. So much unrealized potential, just like Phase 4. Absolutely. I mean,
yeah.
And the whole What If has just been a wasted potential. This could have been so much. Gone are the days where Disney animation studios could kick freaking ass at animation. I mean, it's just like, this is pathetic to me at this point. I'm like, damn, like what are they doing? Like, I don't even know. But anyways, so her and the Duck, Howard the Duck, have some great exchanges. It was actually funny. It gave me a chuckle. But then again, I was like, okay, so is that going to be like the only chuckle I get? Yes, it was.
Yeah, because as soon as Jane sees Thor, she just kind of falls in love with him instantly, which is way different than how the interaction was in the first Thor film.
Yeah, it was like love at first sight.
Yeah.
And then she was like, oh my God, Thor, he's so cool. And I was like, this is so like, it's not even like her. Spike and Madness says, were they calling Freya Frigga in this episode? I heard Frigga.
The enunciation was not the most best because I'm pretty sure I heard Frigga a couple times.
I heard
her name is Freya, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, isn't that some YouTuber's name? Dan Frigga? Frigga Boom?
Oh, Fragaboom?
Dan Fragaboom. Yeah, Dan Fragga.
Yeah, he's a comic book artist.
He's a comic book artist. I've met him. I was like, is that like, are they saying his name? Like, I don't get it because isn't that her name is Freya? But I heard Fragga too, so I don't know. Frigga is her name. Okay. Frigga boom. Frigga is her name.
Then they said it right. Yeah, Frigga.
Okay. Yeah, Frigga, Figa, I don't whatever. 200 Watt Studios, thank you for the 2. Says, wait, where is Kat Dennings' boobs in this? Nobody has boobs anymore in any Marvel cartoon, dude. Like they're all covered up. Nobody is allowed cleavage. This is one of the scenes where was it the ice people? Who was it that he was talking to that did this? Yeah,
Oh,
no, it was
the
the
Skrulls.
Skrulls. So yeah, see, the Skrulls are here to party too.
Yeah.
Everybody's here to party except for Captain Marvel. She hasn't shown up yet. But they're there to party. Everyone's there to party. And he's like, oh my God, can you turn yourself like me? Like, can you look like me? And they do. And it's like, oh my God, look at me. Oh, there's so much of me. And like, he's so freaking stupid. I'm like, you're Thor? Like, how are you? This is one of the things that I was like thinking throughout the whole show, like while watching this, was like, how are you worthy of Heimdall? Like, or the
Of Mjolnir.
of Mjolnir. Yeah, like how are you worthy of this hammer? Because the hammer chooses its wielder. And if this guy is a freaking idiot buffoon, how is he worthy? Like it's not. So I was thinking the whole time that it's gonna change allegiances. Like for a second, I thought that Captain Marvel is gonna start grabbing the hammer and like one of the parts where they're like flying and fighting each
Yeah.
other, and he's like calling the hammer, and it didn't come for a second because it was like too far away. But for a minute, I thought it wasn't going to come because it's coming to Captain Marvel, or it's going to go to someone else who is worthy. Because this guy was not worthy of the hammer. I didn't think so. What about you?
I would say his attitude definitely put into question whether he was worthy to wield Mjolnir. It was odd, like because he was way more eccentric, way more undisciplined than how we met him in Thor. Because in Thor, it was really his arrogance and lack of humility that caused him to lose the ability to wield the hammer, and he had to understand that and come to terms with it. And here he's got all these other bad traits going on, but at the same time, he's also not lusting after battle and war. He's just a college frat guy.
Mm-hmm. Look how dumb he looks here. Like he's so oafy. He's like, oh, look at me, I'm a big guy, big dude.
And then, of course, Jane just is falling all over him.
Yeah, like she's like, "Oh my God, you're so hot," even though he's not. He's not good looking at all. At least if he was a good looking character, I'd be like, well, I mean, he's really hot, so I mean, of course she's gonna fall for him. But he looks like a freaking moron. Like, dude, that's not Thor. Like, what?
Well, I mean, if she just wants to use him for pleasure.
Oh my. Which she probably does. Lugnuts6, thank you so much for the $5. Says, if it's Sunday, it's a gorgeously creative and lovely light from the heavens, Nina Infinity, who makes all the universe smile. My God, what a compliment. I don't even know what to
Yeah, it's
say.
bringing some A game here. All right.
Wow. Thank you so much, Lugnuts. That is so sweet. Also, I love your freaking avatar. Look at that little doggy with the sunglasses. That's so cute. That's so cute. 200 Watt Studios for $2 says, Mjolnir, do not come. Do not come. I did not think it was going to. I was like, dude, he doesn't deserve it. No. Like, I really thought that Mjolnir was going to be like, bro, you're out. You're out as the wielder. Oafy looking dude. They made Captain Marvel look so much better than him.
They also made Jane Foster a lot taller because Natalie Portman's like 5'1".
Oh,
and Chris Hemsworth's like 6'4".
That's also the other thing, by the way. Like the self inserts every 5 seconds was also a thing that I noticed. There was like so many weird SJW haircuts in this. I was like, seriously. This is just one shot that I was lucky to pause on, but there was many of these little self inserts. She also does not look anything like her character, like at all.
No.
Oh, there they are again. See, this was cool. I would have liked to see more of them hanging out. Definitely, it would have been a bit better.
Yeah, because they
would have been a better episode.
they get into the party and they get married at a Vegas wedding chapel.
Yeah, they did. I was like, what?
It's like,
Uh,
okay, yeah, I'm interested in this part, but we never come back to it.
yeah, that's Cat. That's Cat. Actually, she does look like her in like the closer ups. Her liking is way more like her in person than Natalie Portman's. Like Natalie Portman did not look anything like her character, which I'm trying to get a nice shot of, but I can't. Oh, there's Drax partying.
There's Drax, there's the Valkyrie,
Who the
and
hell is this girl?
that's Tessa Thompson.
She looks like Korra from like Avatar. Oh, I didn't know that's
And
who
I
she
think
is.
that's Lady Sif on the right.
Oh, that is late. Yeah. They're all partying. Oh, there's that.
Yeah, they get married.
They got
Elvis
married.
was the did the ceremony. Okay.
Oh my god, they got married. This was stupid, but it was funny.
I just wanted to see the lead up to that. Just how did they
Like,
think
how did
this was
it
a good
happen?
idea?
I feel like they went and got really drunk and then they ended up here, and it would have been funny to see. Like, this is the funniest part of the show, you guys. Good job, Elvis. I know it's like they're getting married and it's like freaking Elvis. It's true. You're totally right, Punk Waddle. Like it's such a weird thing, and I've said this before in other episodes where I feel like there's like 2 or 3 different teams, and one team does a great job, and another team does like a really mediocre job, and then another team does like an absolutely horrid job, and the art director is like, well, whatever, we're just gonna paste them all together.
Yes,
And
basically they're pulled from 3 different companies and they just composite it together.
Yeah,
to
it
give us
it
this
just seems
final.
like that. That's why they're all so very different, and it absolutely makes no sense why it would be like that. Uh, Viva Las Vegas! Yeah, it's like we need to know what happened here. That would have been a better story. But anyways, this is again, Thor's just partying. Everyone's passed out at this point because they're all partying. There's Jane, she's waking up. And
Yeah,
she's
for
like
some
all
reason
hungover.
she's the only one in a different shirt, and Thor's still in his like full garb.
Yeah. Oh god, I'm doing it too fast.
That's okay. And then yeah, it's basically
So
Shield knocks on her door.
yeah, so Shield knocks on her door. Everyone's trying to wake her up. Again, like this shot, this is one of the closest shots I've gotten right now. But look, she doesn't look anything like Natalie Portman.
Yeah, the forehead's too small.
Her
Natalie
nose
Portman has
doesn't
a
look
big
like
forehead
her.
and a tiny nose.
Yeah, she doesn't look like her at all. But so Shield wakes her up because they're like, lady, like, you've been trying to, tell us that there's aliens out there and they're here now.
And
And
they knocked out Fury.
yeah, and they knocked out Fury because like apparently like the moment that Thor landed, there he is. He like knocked Fury out. That was so stupid. Oh,
Yep.
it wasn't Thor, it was the rock guy.
It was Mick, is it, or Mike?
Yeah, Mick, that guy. Oh god, I'm doing this.
And then they bring in Colby Smulders to play Maria Hill again and give her more screen time in this episode than she got in the Avengers film.
Oh my god. She didn't look like her either. I was like, who the hell is this girl? I didn't even recognize her until you just said that.
Yeah.
I didn't even know who she
Well,
was.
Colby Smulders has undergone a great transformation from the time of How I Met Your Mother to Avengers, and then after, like, massive changes in her body type and weight, and I don't know what she's doing, but whatever. If it makes her happy, makes her happy.
You mean like plastic surgery? Like
I don't think it's surgery. I just think it's weird dieting and extreme exercise and things of that nature.
Naked Fame is like, Natalie Portperson is hot. I don't know who that is. She used to be a looker. I mean, I was a huge fan of Queen Amidala. She was hot. I especially liked, well, not Queen Amidala, but when she became like the senator, and she was like in that white outfit. Man, that was she was smoking. I was like,
No, you didn't like the weird black collar thing that she was wearing in front of the fireplace in that scene for no reason.
no, no. But I did like that white outfit. I thought that white outfit was really hot. I also liked her bun because it was like all like loop-de-loops. And I was like, oh, that's so cool. Like, how'd she do that?
That's a lot of maintenance on that bun.
I know, right?
Yep.
Like usually girls put their hair into the bun because they don't want to do anything. That was the most intricate bun I've ever seen in my life.
I'm
Like,
like, that took work.
yeah, it took like 5 hours to do. But yeah, so there we go. That looks like nothing like Natalie Portman or Kat Denning. I thought they did a better job with Kat Denning than they did with Natalie Portman. Although in this shot it doesn't look a lot like her, but there was a couple close shots where you were like, okay, yeah, that's Kat Denning. She looks kind of like her. See, this guy even has his liking.
Yeah, Phil Coulson.
Yeah.
Clark Gregg is, I think, his name. Yeah, he looked.
And he's the only one that cared about Thor.
Yes, he really cared about Thor.
So there she is again. Looks nothing like her. So at this point, what's going on is that they're trying to talk about how
Stopping the
Thor,
party.
yes, Thor's dangerous because they're all well, they kind of were because they were like drunk aliens, but
Well, there's that, and also Frost Giant Loki shows up and helps with some of the pranks that they pull.
have we seen that yet? I don't think I fast forwarded too much. He hasn't shown up yet.
I can't remember. I think he showed up during the Vegas part, but I think it was also thrown away because it was before.
There he is.
Oh, there he is. Yep.
Yeah, he shows up on like the second night of partying. He doesn't show up like
I think it's the second
immediately.
night. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, so like they're basically what they were talking about though is they were talking about like taking Thor out because they were like, okay, we need to take this guy out. He's causing way too much trouble. What can we do? Let's call somebody.
Yeah, they unlock the magic pager.
Yeah, they literally like press the button and they're like, okay, so what happens?
Yeah. Is it happening? I think something's supposed to happen.
Yeah.
It's like it's gonna take a bit.
It's gonna take a minute. And so, oh, there it is. That's what's happening right now. Did you like that? That was amazing. What a great scene that we paused on. So in this scene and just basically in general, Loki and Thor are friends. They are not enemies because Thor and Loki didn't grow up together, and they call each other like brother from another mother, and like they just like banter and stuff like that, which again I have a little bit of a problem with in terms of like dialogue when it comes to scripts like this, because these people aren't earthlings. Like brother from another mother is something that you like, this is such an earth dialogue. Like
it's very Western slang.
it is, and it's very earth slang. It's not like these people grew up on Earth. They grew up on wherever, like, I mean, he grew up on like Ice Planet and he grew up somewhere else.
Went on Asgard, yep.
In Asgard, yeah. Like it just would be nice to have a dialogue or like something where it would reflect their type of humor. And I know that's asking too much, but it's just that they're like, they basically think that the audience is dumb, so we can't follow. If they would have their own sense of humor, like we couldn't follow it, so they have to like dumb it down so much as to like use slang like the way like brother from another mother. Like I don't know. I just don't appreciate stuff like that.
Too contemporary, yeah. Just
Way
didn't
too
feel fun.
No. Punk Waddle says, can we address how Loki is now relatively frat bro and relatively harmless, not mischievous at all? Yeah, he was like that for at least he stood up to him in the end and he was like, bro, I'm not fucking leaving. What are you talking about? I'm gonna keep messing around.
You keep partying, yeah.
Yeah. Seems like you're the party pooper now. That's the other one. Like party
pooper.
Well,
that's what's coming up right now when with Captain Marvel's appearance, he calls her the pooper of parties.
Spike and Man says, for fuck's sakes, I'm done with this crap. Dude, you haven't even seen half of it yet. Like, just dude, it gets worse. It gets worse.
Yeah, I think there's 2 more episodes after this, right?
Supposedly, but I just looked it up And it said number of episodes 7. So I don't know if this was the last one or not.
Oh, that
Let's
would be
see,
nice.
how many episodes are What If season 1? Yes, 7. I think this was the last one.
Oh, I've got the listing on IMDb saying September 29th and October 6th are the last 2.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, then there's 2 more.
Oh boy.
Wow. That's weird. Why does like Wikipedia say 7? Is it because 7's only been released?
7 currently at air, maybe. Yeah, perhaps.
That's weird because usually when like they have the episodes, it would say TBA, TBA. Like there's no
to be
2
announced.
more.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no 2 more on the Wikipedia that says TBA, TBA. It just says up to 7. But I don't know. If you're saying
Wikipedia is
IMDb
weird.
saying that.
IMDb is a little bit more reliable, not entirely. There are some people that can.
Wait. Why don't we just look and see? Because there's usually a promo out by now. What if episode 8? Right? It would be episode 8. What if episode 8 to 9 promo trailers? Okay. So it seems like maybe seems like there's definitely an episode 8, maybe. I guess we'll find out. At least there seems to be something. Whoopee! Oh my gosh, we have a special guest, you guys. And what a time for him to join, because we're about to talk about the bestest woman ever, Captain Marvel. So everyone, please welcome As Heel versus Babyface. Hi.
Where is everyone?
I don't know where Jane is. I think she probably fell asleep. Scott has a baby, so he's asleep, probably.
I
So
was like,
here-
just gonna
here we
tune
are.
in and watch, and then I saw there's just like 2 of you, and so I was
Yeah.
like, oh,
So you felt sorry for me, and you were like, okay.
yeah, I
Okay.
pitied you.
Okay.
Yeah, anyone one-on-one with me is you have to pity.
I'm glad I didn't have to say it.
Have you been watching as we've been breaking this shit show down?
Oh my god, no!
Well, just so you know.
I've been watching their football.
Oh,
Oh, so something useful. Okay.
is your team winning?
No, Patriots lost earlier today.
Oh, that sucks.
It's San Francisco versus Green Bay that I was watching. So
That's American football.
yeah,
I thought you were talking about like British football.
no, they don't tend to play matches at 3 o'clock in the morning.
They should. It'd be more interesting.
That makes
It's a weird one, that isn't it? Why am I in your? It's other people's resolutions that fuck up my Streamlabs.
What?
What? I got the 10. I pay for my Streamlabs.
Mhm.
I'm not a skinflint, so I set my camera to 1080p. But if I go into somebody else's Streamlabs that doesn't, it defaults to their.
Yeah, it sets to my poor woman 720p one. It's true.
So it sent me to 480.
Well, I haven't updated mine to 1080, but it should be good for 720.
Yeah, well, I've pushed it to 720, but it's no 1080.
Okay. I'm sorry that you can't see like just the crispness.
Uncompressed
It just
1080
gives
lines.
More boxes.
You need to see more of Script Doctor. That's what's going
Yeah.
on.
There we go. That's fine. It's a fucking image.
It's a 4K image too, but
As lives.
Yeah. I
Yes.
get paid the big bucks. I pay for my Streamlabs.
Oh my
That's
god.
when you know you've made it.
One of these days.
You can afford Streamlabs for the month.
Okay. So basically what happened in this episode so far, just to like give you the lowdown. Loki was raised on whatever planet he's raised on. Thor was in Asgard.
Jotunheim. Is it
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. The frost giant planet.
yeah,
Mhm.
Jotunheim.
Yeah. So he's grown up there. Thor's grown up on Asgard. So they've been separated, but they're brothers from another mother and they get along. Thor comes to the earth to party down. He wants to party hardy. And he brings like everyone from like Guardians of the Galaxy, Loki and his army, the thralls, everybody show up to have like this giant big party on Earth in Las Vegas. Kat Dennings' character gets married to Howard the Duck. We don't know how.
God, I hate this show.
I know. And then Kat Dennings, Jane Foster, and Shield are like, we need to stop Thor from partying on this planet. So we need to call someone to come help us. And who do they call?
Captain Mom.
Ghostbusters?
Captain Marvel. Yay, you guys. She's on up. She's here.
So
She's here
what's
to
their
save the day.
what's their issue with the party?
That they're gonna ruin stuff and they're like too big and they're breaking shit and they just don't want them to party because they're aliens and they don't want them to party on our planet.
So they're xenophobic.
Yeah,
A
they're
little bit,
xenophobic,
yeah.
basically.
So Earth's xenophobic. So they get the biggest bigot to save them, Captain Marvel.
Yeah. And she shows up and she's like,
At least
you
it's
need
consistent.
to get out of here. Stop partying and get out of here. And he starts calling her a party pooper. He's like, you're a party pooper.
You don't even live here. Fuck off. She doesn't, does she?
No, she was off planet.
She's always doing space shit. Oh, get out of here. Fuck off, Blondie.
But by the way, what do you think of the drawing of Thor?
Looks like a woman.
I thought he kind of looked sheet-hearted. Like I thought he looked a little Down syndrome to me.
Oof. It's got a huge chin.
Hmm. He does look a little.
Looks kind of
female-ish.
retarded.
He does.
It's
That's
like they
what I
drew him
said.
with the beard, and instead of erasing the beard, they just colored it pink and then smoothed out the lines.
Mhm.
Why not just draw him like a man, like he is?
Captain Marvel is way more masculine than he is.
Look at that. Go back. Look at this. That's a woman.
Yeah, let me look at his lipstick. He looks fucked up. Time to Karen her out. She's literally like the Karen. Oh, I'm just gonna go back here. Where are we at? 1405. This was. I just want to show you real quick. This was kind of like when they were showing what the story was. They had this really cool animation of them actually really well drawn animations and stuff. And I was like, this could have been such a cool show if we had
See,
actually
look,
gotten this.
That's a man.
Yeah,
Yep.
there you go. He's a man. He's got the beard. He looks beautiful. Like, I mean, just such a beautiful drawing. But like just to think that we could have had this as an art form, but then we got this shit. Like this weird
This is probably cheap and nasty. That's why.
retarded. I mean, sorry, she-tarded, whatever tarded thing you want to call it. This is what we got as our Thor. It's fucked up.
If I had Downs and I heard you say that, I'd go fuck off. He looks well retarded.
I don't mean to be mean. He looks weird. Naked Fame, thank you so much for the 5. Says, I won't touch Barton, not until I make him kill you slowly, intimately, in every way he knows you fear. This is my bargain, you mewling Quim. Loki.
Avengers.
When
That
he was a
was a good
character.
line. Yeah, when he was actually like capable of being mischievous and bad. When he was a bad boy. Oh, those were the good old days. But yeah, so.
Oh, you said have us read that because I love him.
Oh, okay. Please do. Here, let me put it back on the screen. There you go.
I just saw that in chat. I won't touch Barton until I make him kill you slowly, intimately. In every way he knows you fear. This is my bargain, you mewling quim.
Yay! That was so good. He had the British accent and everything.
Everything.
There, I'm sure he's happy. Yes, we're all very glad to see you feeling better. That's.
I'm just
very-
on drugs, that's all.
Oh, okay. Well, that means you're feeling better. It numbs the pain. So then they start fighting because she doesn't want to. He doesn't want to stop partying, and she wants him to stop partying, and he's like, "No, man, I'm not gonna stop partying." And so they start fighting because why not? And then
Knocks down
Thor,
Stonehenge.
then Thor starts getting his ass kicked for basically 20 minutes,
Course
like
does.
10 minutes. They just fight. They knock down Stonehenge. They fight more. By the way, that's the interesting part that you say that you mentioned too. By the way, Script Doctor, because before this they weren't really doing anything. Like so, when like all the concern about the aliens like wrecking the planet, it kind of started when Thor and Captain Marvel started fighting. So that's
Yes,
when like
Shield escalated this. It would
they
have been
did.
fine.
Because they were
Like-
fine. They weren't doing anything. They were just partying. And then they were like, oh, let's fight. And then they started ruining Stonehenge and they started like bumping, like, just ruining buildings and just crashing into everything. And I
Well,
was
what's
like,
really
what?
funny is like Thor does put the hammer on Captain Marvel, and she can't remove it from herself. So we know she's not worthy.
Yes, that was funny. Although I did think that I did think that was going to happen, that the hammer was going to go to Captain Marvel, but it didn't. Thank God.
Ruining Stonehenge.
Yeah,
They ruined it, but they fix it again as they fix it later.
it's still not the
because,
same.
Just wait until you find out why they fix it. You're gonna be like, what the fuck is happening? Before I go on though, I'm gonna tweet out that you're here because everybody's gonna be like, oh my god, Ass is here.
He's awake, and he's doing better.
Not after this.
Well, you're only seeing the Cliff Notes version. You haven't watched the full 23
Oh, that's
minutes.
bad enough.
I know. You're like, I've already lost the will to live.
I have with this show.
That's what Teresa says to me all the time. This show makes her want to stop living. So they had ruined Stonehenge. She gets more mad. There's always like names on the
Well, they did that for
continent.
the audience because I don't think they don't expect many of their audience members to have ever looked at a map before and understand the layout of geography.
Yeah, I was a little concerned about that because I feel like they really think that the people who are watching this show are really fucking dumb. Because they're like, you don't know where this is, so we're gonna tell you where it is, and it's always like written on the.
Yeah, and then Captain Marvel is so strong she had punched Thor across the Atlantic Ocean.
Oh,
Yes.
God, fuck off.
That happens several times.
Yeah, but there's more to it as well because apparently she was holding back, and part of the climax is that she could hit him so hard it would equal a nuclear blast.
Yes, but that's still coming up. So then she like takes him to this place to beat him up because she doesn't want anyone else to get hurt. So she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna take you somewhere else so that we can beat each other up."
Look at
And
this,
nobody.
Anna. This animation is ass.
It really is. It really is. Meeseat Wizard, thank you so much for the 5. Says was looking at some old John Bryan art with Ms. Marvel in it. Way back in the 80s when Carol Danvers wasn't an insufferable biatch. I'm gonna have to check. Is that the one with her really hot outfit that like is like black? It's like a black
with
Black
the
onesie.
swimsuit,
sash,
yeah.
That's that one. See, when they announced Captain Marvel was gonna come out, and I was like, I don't have any problem with this if it's gonna look like her, and then it didn't. I was like, oh,
No, there's also another one where she's got sleeves but her legs are still bare, and she's got like these kind of thigh-high boots and a scarf, and it looks really good as well.
I like those ones. She was really hot in those. But then she kind of turned gay, and like she got like that boy haircut, and She got the like weird mohawk, and I was like, what? Like, I don't understand what happened to her. She kind of went.
The comic industry just turned to shit.
That's pretty much what happened. Yeah. They're fighting again. More fighting.
It's a
Obviously.
really boring fight. That
It looks it. To be honest,
In this scene, he looks like he's taking it up the butt from Captain.
or
Yeah.
howling. Yeah.
Peg me now.
Oh gosh.
This should have been my freaking thumbnail. Why didn't I
Peg me,
think of that?
Carol. Peg me.
Missed opportunity for this thumbnail.
Better pegged than dead.
Good lord. What is even happening in this scene? I don't know what I just paused it on. Jesus Christ.
He's waiting for her ass to come down so he can kiss it. Let me kiss your ass, Carol.
Captain Peggers. Wow. Wow. Peggy saved me. Oh God.
Pegging
Long man
God.
in the chat. Wait, Mauler's
Mauler,
here?
yeah. That has
Apparently,
this
we're supposed to
big
tell you you're a
blumper.
big bloomper.
Oh,
Blumper.
there he is. Welcome to my channel, Mauler. Hello.
Mauler's a long blumper.
You are more than welcome to send the link to Mr. Mauler if you want to. I don't know how to contact him, or else I would. But if he wants to come and hang out with us, I would be honored to have him come and long man this with me. Okay.
Just never enough, am I? Typical woman.
Well, I mean,
Never
make the
fucking
pity
enough.
party better. It's okay. They can have a bigger pity party. Hey, Az, sorry I called you a bloomper back there. That was pretty harsh.
It's been pretty tough
no.
to live with the last few seconds.
But yes, so anyway, I don't know what this is about, but okay.
Well, the episode is kind of lost. I mean, it's essentially just trying to be Thor having a party time while during the Odin sleep on Earth. Shield not happy about that, and so they escalate things by calling in Captain Marvel, and then they fight for reasons.
Reasons. Yeah, because she wants to be a party pooper, and he doesn't want her to be. So they fight more.
So this is what if Thor had a party on Earth?
Yeah.
Yeah, and was an only child.
And was an only child and got along with Loki. So then she gets all like, I'm gonna fuck you up now, Hadouken, and she like Hadoukens him with her weird
With her
powers.
undeterminable powers of undeterminable strength.
Her infinity powers, I guess, essentially, right?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, she's all like, grr, I'm so mad. I'm gonna fuck you up.
Oh God.
Thor is a complete sissy in this, man. Yep. Just wait. We haven't even gotten to the best part. Mauler says, no need for my intrusion. Can you read this in his accent? Is it possible?
No need for my intrusion. You guys are more than good to do your thing.
Oh my. Thank you.
Thank you.
That was so lovely. Okay. Well, thank you, Mauler. Thank you. This is an honor to have you in my chat. All right.
You know what also is kind of very strange about this is that Captain Marvel gets called by the pager, and at no point does she ask, what's the situation?
Woman.
She doesn't even ask the situation. She just comes flying in. It's like, I'm going to go and punch this blonde guy in the middle of the UK or something.
Yeah, she didn't even ask. She didn't even ask, like, well, what did he do? She just showed up and started picking a fight. Mauler says, that's my voice ass. My goodness. There you go. Oh my God. What? All right. So he keeps getting beat up. And then, oh yeah, this is when he leaves. This is what I see.
Well, she uppercuts him again, and then he goes somewhere.
Yeah, she uppercut him, and then this is when I thought she was gonna go pick it up. And then I was like, I was waiting for that. And then he called it again, and then it went to him. But there was so many times where I was like, oh, this is gonna be like Captain Marvel gets the hammer and then starts being Thor, Captain Marvel. They fight more fighting. Is this chick supposed to be wait, who is
No idea.
Jane Foster.
I don't know who she was supposed to be, but it was just like they flew by her and I thought she was somebody, but she was nobody.
It's something to do with Marvel. She's definitely a nobody.
She's big mad. She's big mad. Oh, this is when he dropped the hammer on
He
her.
drops the hammer on her and she can't move.
He literally did that. He did drop the hammer. What? Sorry, I'm like reading the chat. She smiles. Yeah, like rarely. She told it. Oh, that was one of the lines too. He told her to smile more, and she got so mad. She was like, "Arr." I was like, dude, what the fuck?
They totally did that just because of that cutscene from the movie.
They totally did. So yeah, there you go. I dropped it on you because you're a party pooper. And then he starts calling her a party pooper. Oh, there's another self-insert. Did you guys see that? Self-insert.
But she's on the side
SJW.
of harassing Captain Marvel.
Oh my god, that's true. That's blasphemy.
Even the Skrulls are pointing at her. And shouldn't the Skrulls like her because she saved their species?
Oh yeah,
20 years ago?
shouldn't they be a fan? And also we're joined by another gentleman, Dmajini.
Hello there.
How are you?
What's going on?
Not much. Have you seen this episode?
Yes, I have.
Okay, great.
How you doing, Script? How you doing, Az? First time being on here with you, Az. How you doing?
I am already depressed.
I'm sorry. Az.
Yeah.
Well, I hear depression can be good for the immune system because it challenges your perseverity to live.
What I can recommend is maybe playing some Final Fantasy Remake. You know, that can lift in your spirits a little bit. I just finished playing this.
If you become a member of my channel at the Force sensitive level or higher, you can watch a playthrough of me playing Final Fantasy VII Remake.
I'm actually playing through it right now.
I just became a member, so I can do that. Yay!
If you're Force sensitive or higher, it is hidden reassuringly behind a paywall.
Okay. Okay. America the Free, thank you so much for the $20. Says hello, Nina. Love you much. Mwah, love you too. Thank you so much for that super chat. Very generous. Thank you. Okay, so yeah, the self-insert. They're all laughing at Captain Marvel for being a party pooper. And she looks like she's taking a poop right there in that shot.
God, why is every woman just look like a miserable bint? Every time it just turns to another woman, she's mad or angry, got a scowl on her face.
They're always
Doesn't anyone
mad.
in the Marvel universe fucking come?
That only happened, I think, in the first Iron Man film with Leslie Bibb.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of funny.
She's
I
the only
didn't
one in
realize she
Marvel
was
to have a
from that
fucking
show,
orgasm.
Popular. I didn't even realize that. So, like after the fact, I used to watch that show back in the day.
God.
I was a What's that?
Go ahead, Dmajini.
No, so I have terrible taste in TV. I do. I admit it. I watch Batwoman. I've done it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I only watch it ironically. I don't watch it to be entertained.
No,
Kill
Batwoman
himself.
is a learning experience of what not to do
Yeah.
ever.
Unless you're making money from watching Batwoman, I have no idea why you're watching Batwoman.
I do
Matt,
it to roll. To be fair, I haven't watched it like in a very long time. But I do
Matt-
watch the CW shows.
Matt Deckard for $1.99 says to the pain. Wow. To the pain. I agree with Az. I don't know why you would be watching that show without having.
Well, they have season
to.
3 coming out real soon. Get ready.
I know. Az is excited.
I was actually shocked they kept Poison Ivy white and redheaded. Actually, totally shocked. What's up, Marla?
Well, she was already gay, so that's all they needed off her anyway.
Oh. Okay.
Watch it for the themes.
The themes.
Sure.
So then she gets all disappointed
Look
at
at that
Captain
fucking
Marvel.
the scowl. Fucking scowl.
Well, yeah, they
Scowl.
had to eject Nick Fury earlier, like in a flashback, essentially, so that Maria Hill could be in charge of
that's
Shield at
right.
the moment.
Yeah, they kicked him out.
They did.
What?
I
What? 'Cause he
forgot
won his
about that.
party?
The big rock dude Like
Yeah.
Punched him into a fountain.
yeah, he like punched him, and then now he's like in a coma. So like this chick took over.
Well, technically speaking, she is supposed to be like when they have like the Civil
She's the
War. She's the one.
deputy director of Shield. Yeah,
he's the
Maria Hill's.
acting deputy director because he's knocked out in a coma.
Well, she'd be acting director. Yeah.
Yeah. Or yeah, acting director.
But
then
I mean,
so she got all mad at Captain Marvel because she's like, we thought you were good, and like that your punch was equal to 10 nuclear bombs.
So all that board in Avengers movie and in Captain America and Winter Soldier, where all those high-ranking Shield officials, none of them would take over.
Only
They're
her.
just what?
the board members. Oh yeah, I don't. The board
What are
member
they
was
there
very
for?
peculiar because it's like, what was their actual position in this? Were they just elected officials that administered, or were oversight committee for Shield, and Shield was still its own thing under Nick Fury? Like the infrastructure was not properly conveyed within the films that we saw, and like we did get introduced to Maria Hill in Avengers, but I don't even recall her. I don't remember her in Civil War or in
She wasn't in
Winter
it.
Soldier.
She wasn't in Civil War. I don't remember her at all. I don't think she was in there.
Yeah, like it's
And I thought using Kobe Smulders as a poor choice. Isn't she supposed to be Latina? So that just
Maria Hill. I can't remember her ethnicity in the comics.
I think she's supposed to be Spanish. I think.
Her
I do believe
ethnicity
so.
in this is miserable.
Her
Well-
ethnicity in this is cunt because she's like she's a total bitch, and she's just like, oh my god, I thought you were so much more powerful. Like, why didn't you beat him up more?
You know what I've kind of noticed is that whenever like actresses date and eventually marry a so-called comedian from SNL, they become far more irritating and annoying. And Colby Smulders is the first one that I noticed of that because she married Taran Killam, I think it was, from SNL.
I don't know. Who
And if
that
you don't
is.
know who that is, that's appropriate because you shouldn't know who that is.
Wait,
And then
what
you
was
have
his
Scarlett
name?
Johansson, who married Colin Jost, and now she's got her own baggage and
Oh
stigma.
my god, that Taran Killam guy is such a soy boy.
Well, from Saturday Night.
She married him. Oh god,
I think they may have gotten divorced, but yeah, I remember.
no wonder. She probably can't get none. That's what's going on.
No, I think they're probably still together. I listen. It's weird just seeing
This
these
dude.
things.
I don't know who
Dude.
that is.
He's
No,
super
that's
soy.
appropriate because he was on Saturday Night Live. You're not supposed to know who he is these days on Saturday Night Live because why watch Saturday Night Live?
Yeah, because that show is trash. I haven't watched Saturday Night Live in forever. Naked Fame, thank you so much for the $2. Says rabbit chicken equals bear bent chick. I don't know what that means, but okay.
Well, the rabbit chicken is what Mexican Iron Man refers to the creature in Shang-Chi with the 4 wings and no head.
Oh,
Rabbit chicken. Okay, I see.
okay.
The-
Yeah.
the-
See,
the
I
animal
haven't
that was-
seen
What do they call him?
Shang-Chi.
What do they call him? Marty? Something like that. Something weird.
McFly.
It's something with an M. That's what they called him. Martin something. It was like a regular name.
I haven't seen Shang-Chi.
Oh,
so I couldn't tell you.
I don't care. I call him a plot contrivance.
Oh my god.
I will say I think they did get a slight chuckle out of me when he's like, "I'm not dead, just play dead," and he played dead with him. That made me chuckle a little bit. That did get me just a slight bit.
How dare you?
Listen, what
If
can
you
I
could,
say?
if anyone can pull any enjoyment away from Shang-Chi, I tip my hat to them because it's not. It has a lot going against it as a film in general. Just
I said I got a chuckle. I didn't say I got a full blown laugh.
I didn't.
I don't think-
You got enjoyment, like a very, very minuscule amount of enjoyment. But like, if you're able to get that, that's good.
I
I mean,
haven't had like a breakdown like I remember back when I watched American Pie, the first one. Like I was in tears in the theater.
Yeah,
like,
me too.
That had me like I was literally crying. I was laughing so hard. It was that. That's like the kind of enjoyment that you can't get anymore. Like it's impossible for you to get that in the theater anymore.
Good luck trying to find a sex comedy these days.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
they
well,
don't
especially one
exist.
that's studio backed. You'll have to go on the indie circuit to find one with
Yeah.
very limited distribution.
Yeah,
And
they don't
very
really
limited
exist
jokes,
anymore.
probably.
Or you get some anime. Anime does it too.
So yeah, then Captain Marvel's all like, yeah, well, whatever, man. I tried to stop him, and then you know, I didn't, because I held back because I didn't want to kill him or whatever. And Darcy's all like sucking up to her, being like, oh my god, I'm a big fan of yours, and like all this stuff. Um, by the way, totally thought you were gonna be a dude captain.
You're not far away.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's like such a lie, right? I'm a big fan, but I thought you were a dude.
Can I say something? I really
See
hate
there,
Captain
if
Marvel's
I
outfit.
exert my full powers, I blow a crater into this planet. That's
Crater.
why he did
Great.
crater. Yeah, that's why he didn't.
I
That's why
don't
he shouldn't do
think
it.
you blow
why I shouldn't do it.
caterers into planets.
If she did blow a caterer, I'm sure that caterer would be very happy.
Oh,
Depends if they
Damn.
got a tip.
I really hate her outfit. I miss Miss Marvel's outfit. I really do.
Hmm.
It's too sexy
outfit's
for
ugly.
you.
Listen, I'm a toxic man. Okay, I like my cartoon ladies looking sexy. Okay, how about that?
Disgraceful.
I'm
You're
an
talking
absolute
crazy,
How
disgrace.
Dmajini.
dare you like a visual medium to have visually appealing things?
So then,
I'll see myself out. I'm sorry.
oh my god. So then he gets a call, or she gets a call from Thor.
Who
Thor is
apparently has an
like-
Asgardian phone. Like it's just something
Yeah,
that they have.
he just happens to have a phone
And her
He's-
number.
and her number, and he called her, and he's like,
And she's
"You're
so smitten.
pretty." Yeah, she's like so smitten.
I mean, she did get some Thor pipe. I'm just saying.
she
she
hasn't
would be.
gotten it yet. Not in this episode.
She's
I thought-
dealing in
did she-
Thor DNA.
No, did she wake up in the bed with him?
No, he was on
Oh.
he was on some sort of like
He was
sofa
on the
or
couch.
armchair,
Yeah.
Oh,
fully clothed. She was the only one in a t-shirt, and they both have complementary tattoos on their arm. Him a
Oh,
microscope.
piss off. If you got
Yeah,
tattoos
yeah.
together, he's got the first thing he's done is when he's got her back in the hotel room, he's finger banged the shit out of her. And that's the first thing. And then that's just going to make her, she's going to be like, fuck me, you Asgardian.
well,
Priming the
at least,
pipes, right?
Or at least
Fuck
get the
with your
chrome
big
shine. At
fucking
least,
Asgardian dick.
at least get the chrome shine at the minimum.
Well, they insinuated that they hadn't slept together because it was
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
they were in separate beds. So
Okay. Well, I
They were
stand
lesbians,
corrected.
they'd be married by now.
But with regards to Howard the Duck and Darcy, we don't know. They definitely got married. So
I mean, Howard the Duck did smash. What's the name?
Leah
Leah
Thompson.
Thompson, which I would have done too. By the way, I'm just saying, Leah Thompson is hot.
she still looks great, and she's doing some directing now too.
Isn't she like a Scientologist or some shit? Weird shit now.
You want me to tell you about one of the old school brunettes? That is, like, what's her name? From the Bangles. What's her name? Oh my god. Well, like an Egyptian. What's her name? The lead singer. Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Bangle McBangley.
I just don't remember too much of the Bangles. Like I know the song.
Yeah, well, she is smoking. She was smoking back in the day. She's still smoking.
The blonde one?
Absolutely. No, the brunette.
Fitty fitty. Got it wrong.
hey, so Jane's in the chat, so we have to play this.
Before you introduce yourself,
Uh-huh.
say your line.
Hey guys. Hey guys. Hey guys. Hey guys.
Hi, Jane. Why aren't you here, Jane? Get in here.
Suzanne Hoffs. That's what it is. That's her name. I had to look that up. It's driving me crazy because it's right on the tip of my tongue.
Meeseat Wizard for 5 says, just Googled Scarlett Johansson's marriage 3 times and she gets divorced every 3 years. Clock ticking on the latest guy. That'll be some funny SNL content. I wonder, because of the whole lawsuit thing that's going on. So I don't know if she's gonna. I don't know
That
if
was
she's gonna
that was
start-
actually a trap that you fell into. There's never any funny SNL stuff. So
Yeah, I don't know if she's gonna file for divorce right now just because she's already in a lawsuit with Disney. So
Hey, ScarJo, if you do file for divorce, I'll take 3 years of your life away from you.
hit up as in the DM, ScarJo.
I promise you.
Sliding up in them DMs real quick.
If we went to Thor's party, I won't be sleeping on the couch. Mainly because I got back issues. I mean, you can if you want, but.
Punk Waddle for 2 says, I'm sure he introduced her to his hammer. Oh God.
Ayo.
Ayo. Yeah, he probably did.
There's only one Mjolnir you can pick up, Jane.
Are you worthy?
He probably
See if you're worthy to pick this hammer up. That's a great line.
Oh my.
Fuck. I'm gonna use that.
He probably nailed her. Oh God, never mind. I'm the worst. Mahler says,
no, you're not.
as in
Nina,
ScarJo, romantic
you're like
comedy
a
now.
freaking angel compared to us.
Let's make it happen, people. Let's make this happen. What did you say about me, Dmajini?
I said you're an angel compared to us. You're not bad at all. Please.
Oh.
If you see some of my search history, I'm just saying.
You should see me
She's
in
married. Do you know the kind of fucking shit she's done behind everyone's back? Dude,
I was gonna say you should see
this
me in
is shit that'll
Az's
make
chat.
you fucking blush, you know, even as an adult. The first thing you do once you know you're getting married, it's just like the gloves are off when it comes to any kind of coyness. It's out the window.
Yeah.
So what is your deepest fantasy? Well, get to the fridge, mate, and I want you to get those 2 fucking potatoes out. And do you know what? Neither of them are for me. All that kind of shit happens. All of it.
Good Lord.
You either embrace it or you wake up in the middle of the night fucking shivering like a shitting dog. But it's happening one way or another.
No comment.
Look, I was about to say. I was about to say. I said no comment.
I have absolutely no comment.
Nina's like, if you was to step in this depravity that I have.
It's true. No
As knows it's because I am full of flavor and spice when I'm in his Witcher chat. So he knows that I'm not innocent.
Awesome.
Yeah, the horniest fucking bitch in my chat is fucking Nina. Every time I'm playing The Witcher, it's the first thing she asks is, "Who have I fucked?" If I don't
Nina.
fuck somebody, it's just fucking gay. You're massively gay.
No,
Nina.
you didn't thank Kira, and I made.
Are you gonna?
I am appalled. Where can I find this happening more?
Have I missed you fucking this person?
Hey.
Oh my God, did I miss you fucking Triss? Yeah.
It only happened once, and I can't believe you fucked her without me being there. That was the only thing that I had asked for you.
Nobody clip that, please. That would be terrible. If anyone clipped Nina saying that would be terrible. I can't believe you fucked her without me.
Wow, that's actually pretty dope, though. Yeah. Somebody was definitely.
We don't need to know context, folks.
I'm gonna
Nina, are you blushing from all the way over here? I can
maybe a little bit.
Just a little bit. I'm just saying that's pretty awesome.
You're blushing. Bullshit. Blushing my arsehole.
What the fuck? What is happening to the stream?
Az needs a towel.
Stat.
Oh my
got some...
God. You're missing out, Jane. You should be here.
Jane, get over here. What are you doing right now?
What is that? What was that, Az?
Mega value pack.
Detol?
Antibiotic wipes.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Nice.
okay.
Is that
Never
for your night
seen
with
that.
ScarJo?
No, I use them on my ass.
Nice.
Good Lord. Wait, what am I doing with the screen? Okay, there it is.
You're going full screen to show what a fucking deprived bitch you are.
How
Technicolor.
dare you? Wait.
Come on, chat, let's be honest.
I have a
This is
clip
way
for
more
this. Hold
interesting than this fucking Marvel piece of shit.
How dare you?
toy.
I mean, we can take this stream all the way to the depths of depravity, and I bet you it'll be better than this episode.
Yeah. Mahler wants to know which Dettol hot toy was that.
This is the surface antibacterial cleansing surface wipes.
You know, as I just started bringing up hot toys, and I know this probably is a little out of your wheelhouse, but being that I play Final Fantasy 14, the online version, that they actually have with the Endwalker coming out, they're putting out your Stola. I think it's like a 2-foot.
It's a 60 centimeter. Let me just help you here. It's a 60 centimeter.
Yeah, it looks gorgeous.
£1,000.
I know, but that's the part I was going to ask you. Would you spend that kind of money for that?
Maker.
I've
already looked at it. I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, I looked at it too. Like that price a little too steep for me. I'll probably get something a little cheaper, but it is a gorgeous piece, though. It looks gorgeous.
Well, I bought a little something today.
Ooh, what'd you get?
I bought the 1989 1-in-6 Batmobile today.
Nice.
Ooh, can we see a picture of it?
Yeah, it's the Batman Returns version. So it comes with the shielding.
Ooh, I
can go over it as well.
Does it come with the portable turnstile?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes, so it does. It can do the flippity doo-dah. Let me.
While you pull that picture up, Nikki D says for 5, if the MCU stays the course with this poor storytelling and bad characterization, how long will its popularity last? I say for 3 more years.
Well, they're definitely on
pretty much dead now.
I'm at the point where like I watch this stuff for content. Basically, that's what I watch it for. I'm not watching it for like enjoyment. Like when I want to watch something for enjoyment, I'll watch my my anime or something like that. Like actual Cowboy Bebop because I'm rewatching that, so that's actually pretty dope. I'm like on episode 19 now. I think.
Oh, you're almost done.
Yeah.
No, yeah. Did you pause to watch the movie that takes place between the last 4 episodes? I think it is.
No, I did not. I mean, it might be in there because. I'm swimming to watch that. So, nice.
Wow.
Yeah. Nice.
Back in the day, the Batmobile shield was just a piece of kind of like flimsy plastic that you put over the Batman Returns Batmobile that's separated into 2.
Does this transform to that, or is that like an additional piece?
You just put it over it.
Cover. Yeah.
Okay.
Like cover that goes on top
Actually,
of it.
Yeah, right behind me, I have the 1992 Batman Returns Batmobile, the original toy. It's on my dresser, actually. Gorgeous.
I remember as a kid, I wanted to see Batman so bad because it was like a phenomenon that whole summer, right? And when we finally went to go see it, right? I went with my uncle and aunt, and they had already saw Batman. So it was sold out when we went there, so we had to watch Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Now, granted, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids was not a bad movie, but when you're a kid and you want to see Batman, it really just pissed me off. So I never forget that initial time trying to go see Batman for the first time.
That was
I was
beautiful.
too young because in the UK it was a 15, and I wasn't 15, so I just did my best big boy stroll up to the. Can I have a ticket for Batman, please? and they just gave me a ticket. I was like, thank you, and then just like,
oh my
strolled
god,
in,
that's so
strolled
funny.
in and watched it.
So what do you guys think about how long will the popularity of Marvel last?
I think that seems like a good trajectory for it. 3 years, but
that's pretty charitable. I don't know. I think
I've lost faith in it, honestly. Like I said, like I just watch this for content for the most part. Although I will say I'm slightly interested in Spider-Man, slightly.
Okay,
even though that's not Spider-Man.
What about you, Script? What do you say?
I would say 10 years. Just because I'm doing the aggregate similar to the fan base for the DC interpretation of those characters, and even though I'm not particularly a big fan of that take on it, the fan base has been pretty consistent with that their level of quality for the last decade, and I don't see why the Marvel fans wouldn't also be the same, especially the diehards.
What about you, Az?
Shang-Chi's just had its 4th weekend. The figures are in, and it's a success that
It's a
still hasn't
triumph?
made its money back yet.
Oh.
So this is we're in the gaslighting phase now. Shang-Chi has had 4 weekends at the box office and has not made its money back. It's realistically, with the money that it gets from the abroad, it's probably still, honestly, it's probably still got to make another 120 million to get its money back, realistically. But people are just operating off the budget times 2, which isn't really the case because the box office cut from abroad is much lower than the domestic box office, which don't take into consideration either. But yeah, it's up to about 100 and I think it's on about 100 and
it's almost 200
300 and 360 million worldwide now, I think.
Didn't Simu Liu like come out and tweet something about like me laughing at people thinking we're not making our money back or whatever?
No, let's say we're laughing at people who thought we're going to be a flop, and that's because it had a good, strong opening weekend. But it's now had 3 more weeks since, and it still hasn't made its money back.
Oh,
so it's gonna creep over the line. But this film is also free in a couple of months. It's free in November on Disney Plus.
Disney Plus. Mm-hmm.
So this film's not going to make a large profit. It's going to make a very, very small profit,
if profit at all. Yeah.
If
that.
Yeah, if that. And it comparing it to like, the golden age of Marvel when we got, Iron Man 2 and Spider-Man and all that stuff. I don't think that's not even comparable.
Well, these box office numbers, or this box office number, would have been pretty good 10 to 11 years ago.
Exactly.
Especially for the brand. But today, it's not ideal, especially all the financial backing that was put into this film beforehand. And also, it was a 1-year delay. So there's also debt through credit to accommodate it for as well. So, yeah, $500 million would probably be their goal, just to break even.
As for me, I mean, I think that the popularity is already on its way down. Like, there's people like me who are like basically have superhero fatigue as it is. I don't really know. I don't know if it's gonna be 10 years. I think 10 years is a long time, but maybe for
never underestimate the passionate fans. That's the other part.
The diehards will stick around.
That's a whole nother phase. Well, what do we have? Like 3 phases? We had 3 phases in 10 years.
Yep.
First phase.
That's 2 more phases, supposedly.
And by the way, speaking of Shang-Chi, like I haven't even seen a single like advertisement since that first like week. I've seen
2.
Nothing.
I've seen 2. And one was on the side of a bus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Naked Fame for 5 says it said repository, not suppository. Suppository. Invented the language. He says, what? Fauci glad. Oh, what? Oh, he says, Fauci glad you're feeling better. Brother missed Witcher this weekend. I missed The Witcher too. But I'm glad that you're feeling better as well. You needed rest.
Feeling worse after this shit.
Why don't you just leave then?
I don't
know.
Misery loves company.
I know, right? Jane says toy sales and Fortnite skins aren't helping. You know what's not helping, Jane? You not being on the panel. Where are you? Damn it, Jane.
We need some estrogen here. Too much toxic men here.
Way too much. Speaking of toxic men, Thor called up this chick who apparently they didn't.
Oh, she Thor?
It's totally a beta move. You never call the chick the next day.
We haven't even gotten to how beta he really is. So she's like, oh my God, like, so like what? Like you didn't, like, how many Earth women have you met anyway? And like he's just like, oh yeah, like I met 2 other ones and like they weren't that great. You're pretty though, like la di da di da. Let's hang out. And she gets all like she doesn't want anything to happen to him because she's in love with Thor. So she's like trying to stop them from basically messing up with
She
Thor.
just met him the night before.
Yep.
Yeah.
So she's really thirsty and has no standards.
So she just wants to fuck.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
can't
he got
say
that.
love.
He got that. He
You
got that
can't
Giga
say
Chad.
love.
That Giga Chad vibe.
Well, the
That's
thing
what
is-
he's got going on.
Not only does she just want that, but even while as she ends the phone call, before she says goodbye, she tells him that she loves him, and then just
What?
quickly hangs up.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah, he's
she
known her
does.
a day. If any girl said to me after a day of knowing her, I love you, I'd be like, fuck off, you crazy bitch.
Yeah, I was trying to get that line. No, but then she said, "I mean, bye." That's the only thing.
Right?
She
yeah,
said,
right
"I love
before.
you." Yeah, right before she said, "I love you."
And then Kat Dennings is arguing with Captain Marvel that she should punch Thor in either North or South Dakota and possibly blow up one of those states because no one would miss one of the two Dakotas.
Yeah.
That's the joke.
Because he's partying.
Yes, all because he's throwing a party for himself.
Yeah, but I don't, and I also don't understand the hate for North and South Dakota. Like, what's going on there? Because it felt like there was a lot of animosity towards North
Aren't they
and
red
South
states?
Dakota.
It's probably that. It's probably it has probably a high population of white people. Probably that's probably why.
I
Well,
think
it's got a
South
low
Dakota
population
is.
overall, actually.
Jane says, "No standard. He's hot and he's a god. Not in this. He isn't. Jane. He looks like a sheethard. He looks Down syndrome.
she tarted.
Doesn't look hot at all in this, Jane. He looks messed up. I don't.
He needs the beard.
disagree.
That's what he's missing.
Yeah, he needs the beard.
Yeah.
He looks.
And by beard, we don't
dumb.
mean Jane Foster. We mean, a facial hair.
Mm.
So yeah, Jane, not our Jane, this Jane, this one and this chick were like, oh my god, like let's how about we don't kill Thor? And so Shield was like, how about you guys fuck off? So they dropped him off somewhere, because they want Captain Marvel to kill Thor.
So an alien. Whoa. So an alien has come down to Earth, is partying with a group of people. They're partying hard, sure, but they're in no way, shape, or form displaying any aggressive tendencies towards the planet and its people. They're just having fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the heroes want to kill them.
For one of them accidentally knocking out Nick Fury and into a fountain.
Yeah. Because of the rock dude that hit Nick Fury.
Kind of bounced him, so to speak.
Because Nick Fury was trying to stop the party. And he was like, you guys better stop doing it. And then that guy bumped into him because he was drunk.
Well, Nick Fury should have fucking known his place.
Yeah, maybe you shouldn't.
Well, he was crashing the party,
party.
and
Yeah.
what happens to party crashers? They get ejected.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was totally trying to crash the party, and it was like, dude, no.
Well, I mean, I hope they're off to Obama's party next. Are they? I don't think so.
No, but her and the duck did get married at that party. We know that.
So she's into bestiality.
Yeah.
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 Seems that way.
She wants
It's a Marvel.
to
It's
do
a
it.
w-
Either
female
that
Marvel
or Howard's
character.
packing some heat.
And
Have you seen
then
what a duck's dick looks like?
No, I
Yeah.
haven't.
God,
It's
no,
a corkscrew.
I
It's
have
like
not.
a cork. Yeah, it's a corkscrew.
Why the fuck do you guys know that? What the hell?
Why do you not know that?
Because I don't look at duck penises.
Cool
Well,
biology.
sometimes it's by accident. If you go to a Chinese restaurant, all they do is just boil the duck. They don't cut anything off. It's there.
God.
Yeah,
If you want
I'm
a
with you,
corkscrew,
Nina. I
you
didn't know
fucking
about
was
that.
it. Up your Vargo? What vintage wine are
Well, they
you?
do you know what they do make those ribbed for her pleasure things, and sometimes they have those condoms that are kind of corkscrewy.
Yeah, it's like wearing a fucking bin liner.
Yeah,
Never.
I guess some women
never
are
needed
into
those.
that. I don't like it, but I guess some women are into that. I don't know. They're like, duck dick condoms, I guess.
Don't
So-
kink shame. Bestiality, don't kink shame. Fuck off.
So can somebody answer me this? Why is Loki not blue or big in the regular 616? Because he is a frost giant. I never understood that part.
Freya's
Neither
magic.
do I.
Oh, Freya does that. Oh.
Maybe. I'm just speculating at this point. They
Speaking
did
of
not
being a
explain it.
giant, he's talking on the phone with Jane, and he's like teasing Thor because like he's
Why
like,
does he
"Ooh."
have lip gloss on?
They all have
All the
lipstick
guys have
on.
lip
All the
gloss
guys
on.
have some sort of weird colored lips. I don't know. Az is on fire tonight. That's because he's got a fever.
Oh no. Somebody totally didn't clip that thing out of context and tweet it.
Oh God, are you serious?
Don't worry though. I absolutely didn't retweet it.
Oh my God, I hate you. Did you really do that? Oh no.
Yes.
I hate you.
Why wouldn't I?
It's fine. All right. We'll watch it after this shit show.
You said it. You lived it.
Why did I do that to myself? Yeah, so they're like just having noodles and having fun, and she's like trying to warn them about Captain Marvel. And he's like, whoops, like never mind, because I've dropped the phone because my hands are so big and this tiny phone.
And then she throws it and hits Howard the Duck.
Yeah.
Hey, that's my husband with a corkscrew penis.
And then they're talking about like, saving Thor by calling someone. There must be a Frigga see there like
Yeah,
they call him
Frigga. Yeah, that's
because she realizes if it's Thor, then there's got to be an Odin and Frigga and Heimdall and his mommy. So that's how they're gonna save him is call
Well, Frigga is his mommy.
Yeah. And then that's when Loki and them start kind of going nuts and start actually destroying the planet because they were like, well, we can just have some more fun.
This is a terrible joke where he melts the arm off of the Statue of Liberty, trying to hit on her, thinking it's a real thing.
No, Az is not back on Twitter. It's his manager.
Yeah.
Az is not back. Jane, quit goading him on. Stop that. No. How dare you, Jane? So then they actually start effing shit up. And this is when like Loki starts being mischievous and he's like, I could do whatever I want because I'm a flash giant.
He's trying to kill Thor.
No, not
That's
interested.
pretty funny.
He's just not interested. He's just having fun putting horns and stashes on Mount Rushmore.
How many people did that kill?
None. 0.
Exactly.
Maybe a couple that work there. I don't know.
What they work fucking stood on the the fucking statues?
They had to sweep off the moss, I guess.
What do you do for a living? Oh, I stand on the eyebrow on Mount fucking Rushmore.
I maintain Washington's eyebrows on Mount Rushmore.
Somebody's got to clean those things. I don't know.
I only had 2 weeks left, and then I got murdered by Loki.
Frozen in ice.
Oh my God. But yeah, so they start fucking around. And then that's when Captain Marvel shows up again. And she's like, I'm mad. Gers. There she is. Grr. I'm mad at you.
Maybe she's on a period.
Oh.
I don't know what it is.
Constantly mad for no reason.
I think you're right.
And how does Heimdall not see Midgar?
He doesn't watch Midgard as much, but what ends up happening is Jane and Darcy somehow use their van to broadcast a signal where literally Jane just screams out Heimdall, and it just echoes throughout time and space.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just that somehow it reaches.
And he
Heimdall.
hears it. He's like,
and he hears it, yeah.
And he's like, oh, hey, what's up? And
he just brings her there too. That's the other thing too. Like, how do you not like?
He just transports her there. Like he takes her there.
She's not Asgardian. She's not even a powered person. Like, it just gets taken. What if she's like enemy? You just brought her to Asgard. What kind of nonsense is that?
That's a good point. I didn't even think about that. But I
Yep.
guess maybe he, like, I don't know, maybe he's
Yeah,
so
maybe he can see
all-knowing
her.
that he can sense her genuineness or something. I don't know.
You know, speaking of Heimdall, did you see that one panel? It was in Marvel. I saw it a couple weeks ago, where it was basically Thor's, I guess, Thor daughter, and it was where Bor was like in Hades or whatever, and he's basically they literally wrote him being a toxic man, like it was actual, like in the panel, and she was like, yeah, I heard stories about Heimdall looking in on women, and you were like a disgusted man, and all this stuff. I'm like, what? Like, what?
No, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's an actual panel in Marvel Comics.
So there's a suggesting that Heimdall's a voyeuristic perv.
Yes, like the Watcher.
Like
But
Santa
he's doing,
Claus.
but he does it specifically to women. Like he only watches women. That's what they were
God,
implying.
he's like a pervy dude.
Yeah.
That's weird. Okay. Well, he is a watcher. I mean, he does watch things.
Yeah.
But then
What maybe these writers at oh fuck it, Marvel's fucked anyway. Well done. I don't care. Marvel's dead. The comics are dead.
He was going to get it. To, you know what? I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
you're all
gonna be
fucking done. You're on borrowed time. You know you're on borrowed time. All your shit's on fire. Go fuck yourself. You did it to yourself. Don't care. None of this stuff you're writing now is ever going to be perceived.
It's not going
as
to be
canon.
remembered.
or
That, you know, listen. Let's be 100%. Everything that we're watching right now is set in this time. You know, all the stuff that we watch as a kid. You know, something as crazy as like we were talking about American Pie. That's something that will be relatively time, even though it's back in like the early '90s, but it's still something that you can probably watch 50 years from now, and it'll still have some flavor to it, right?
Mhm.
Star Wars is timeless. It's timeless because it was made. It wasn't sure. You see, you had the older haircuts from the '70s, but that's just about the only thing that made it dated at the time. Sure, that the technology wasn't great, but at the time, that technology was fantastic. But it was made timeless. But everything that they're making, every single piece, which is, by the way, why they can't make anything in themselves. They keep rebooting all of our stuff when we grew up because they got no talent.
Mm-hmm.
But everything that they're doing right now is a bad copy, a really, really bad copy of what we
by
did.
current day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's also risk averse. And I can do one further for you. So just this past week, myself and Tom Conkle, we watched Double Indemnity. This is from 1944. The movie still holds up, and we talked about it on his channel yesterday. And it's a very good film, and it actually part of the film noir concept is that you have a woman pretending to be a victim so that she can manipulate the white knight hero that wants to take her away from such a horrible life. And it's a great kind of entertaining film, lots of suspense, great dialogue, and also a little bit educational for men who can be cautious when being looking only at women superficially and only for the immediate pleasure as opposed to the long term. And
you
yet,
want to watch them. You want to read some Raymond Chandler, mate.
Oh, I got a couple of his books. Oh yeah, they're great stuff. But yeah, Raymond Chandler also wrote that Double Indemnity along with Billy Wilder. So great learning and entertainment at the same time without it being a pontification or agenda pushed narrative of any sort. And it holds up. And yet we have this right here, a cartoon that's incredibly contemporary, has no depth, has no meaning, nothing of any clear understanding of characters' wants or conflict. The conflict is completely superficial and contrived. It's Thor's having an innocent party in Las Vegas while his dad's sleeping. People are enjoying themselves. All other races from other worlds are coming in, and it's very, very cooperative and copacetic. And yet, Shield doesn't like it, and so
the real conflict starts basically the last 5 seconds of the show. Like it literally was like, okay, here's the conflict, but
they throw this ticking clock in because Jane has now gone to Frigga, who is drinking wine with her sisters.
Mm-hmm.
And says, "Yeah, you need to come to Midgard and see Thor."
Yeah, you need to know what your
he's having
son's
fun.
up to.
He's not studying like you think he is.
Yeah. Meanwhile, these two are fighting again. She punched him again, and he landed in the ice. And they came here again, and they're planning on nuking him. but they haven't yet. They're kind of waiting for Captain Marvel to do her thing. Oh, this is when he tells her like, "You need to smile more," and she gets even more mad. And she's just chilling out with the mom, having some drinks or whatever.
And S.H.I.E.L.D. is about to launch their own nuclear missiles on top of Captain Marvel punching Thor with the force of a nuclear missile.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden,
How was that not?
Mom shows up.
projects herself, and she's all, "What are you doing? Thor, Odin's son," and calls him by his full name, the way them moms do when you're in trouble. Like,
oh yeah, you got the surname.
Here's a fun fact: my mom never called me by my full name when I was in trouble. That never happened.
She even gave you a warning.
You know what came? You know what came? Rights and lefts. That's what came.
Wow.
there was
Your
no
mom
name
was like,
calling.
no bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah,
no-
nah, she
yeah.
wasn't.
Damn.
Nah.
Yeah, my mom did the full name thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like she's like, "Oh my god, like I can't believe you're doing this on this planet. What are you doing?" And he's all embarrassed. And Captain Marvel finally starts like chuckling because she's like, like your mom's shaming you.
So,
That's so
Captain
funny.
Marvel's laughing because Thor got grassed up.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, is it any wonder nobody fucking likes these heroes? You got in trouble, you fucking petty bitch.
Yeah, that's the only time she like basically becomes happy is
Look
when
at she actually gave her a smile when he gets in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
That
called
was
Schadenfreude. It's not a very noble trait.
I really miss the old Miss Marvel when she used to smile and look sexy. I know I said that before, but every time I see this version of Captain Marvel, it really annoys me. I don't like this version of her at all.
nobody likes this.
Nobody
version of her.
does.
No.
And so
she
that
could have been great. It wouldn't have taken much.
So he's all like, "Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not really on Earth. I'm in like somewhere else." "Oh, you mean Earth? Sorry, I misunderstood." Because like the locals call it that.
Midgard.
Sorry, Midgard. Yeah. And he's all just confused for a moment. He's trying to like, she's like, "Oh, cultural exchange. Oh, like that's what you're there for. Yeah, right." And she's like,
I will say
testing him.
this. I will say this. The one thing I did like about this, because you really didn't get a full grasp of how powerful his mom is, because you would think Frigga will be, not as strong as Odin, but should be more powerful than Thor because that's his mother. Should be.
Well,
So,
she can give birth to Thor and survive, so that's got to be pretty powerful. She can
Yeah.
take Odin, as opposed to
Yeah, so I mean that part I thought was kind of cool that you kind of see like what her power set is a little bit, because you really don't see that. Like, I mean, I'm not a big Thor mythology type of person, and like especially in Marvel comics, so I didn't know what her like real power set was. But I thought that was kind of cool that she could do astral projection, and obviously she can scare Thor. That part was kind of cool, but the premise of
He
making her
got
being
on his knees literally and was like, "Please, you must help me. My mommy is coming." Like, look
phrasing.
at this. Look at
My
this.
mom.
Okay.
Pause. You got to do
He's
a pause
on
for that,
his
Nina. You got to do a pause.
Like, you guys, I love Thor. I don't want to see Thor as a little bitch. I just don't. This is not entertaining for me. This is horrible.
Well, just just realize this is not the 616 Thor. There you go. Even though the 616 Thor is a fatty, he's a fat Thor now.
Dude, even
So-
Christie's like, I lost brain cells watching this episode. I know, right?
Mm.
And the only reason I say even Christie's because Christie's usually like pretty good with everything. Like she's like pretty easygoing. She's like, "Oh, if I get entertained, I get entertained."
Yep, she has some interesting discoveries. She's the reason I know Tiger King is a thing. Never would have crossed my field of vision unless without her.
I still don't know anything about that. I keep hearing about this Tiger King. I'm like, who? I don't know about that.
He might be better off for that.
There's a season 2 coming apparently. So, but yeah, so he's on his knees begging for help from Captain Marvel, who's very happy now to see. I almost feel bad for you, Blondie. Like she's now happy to see him on his knees and begging her for help so that his mommy doesn't catch him being a bad boy and partying on Earth. And then so
Hey,
she's
Captain
all happy
Marvel,
now
get an
too.
orgasm, you fucking miserable bitch.
So she's all happy now too, because she's all like, "Oh my god, haha!" Like his mommy came and like whatever, and he's upset because they're like, he's like, "We never get to fire the nukes because
That's Frank Grilla.
they didn't have to fire the nukes."
Is that meant to be Frank Grilla?
Yeah, I believe so.
Go on, stab fucking Marie in the back. Go on, do it. He's a member of Hydra, isn't he? So.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Crossbones, right?
Yeah, he's Crossbones. Yep.
But he's not like that yet.
He's great in Final Boss.
He's fine right now. But yeah, so then she's like, oh, okay, excuse me, I got to go to Earth now. So she leaves her little wine party. And then he goes to Loki and he's like, brother, you gotta help me.
Jesus.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Calls him.
He's not Thor, he's Tiny Thunder.
Babies.
Yeah, so then he's like, you gotta help me, bro, like help me put everything back to normal. I require assistance. And he's like, no, I'm not gonna help you out because we're gonna party. Meanwhile, she's like on her way or whatever. They start calling him a party pooper because he's like wanting to clean up the Earth. At this point, this is when Drax is throwing up everywhere because, well, why not? They're all drunk and disorderly. That's the guy that knocked out Nick Fury.
Taika Waititi.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what's his name?
Yondu?
Is that Quill? Yeah, is that not Yondu? No, wait.
Yondu's blue.
Yondu's blue.
Never mind. Yondu's
Isn't he
This
supposed
is
to
some
be
other guy with a mohawk.
Is he supposed to be Kree? I mean, yeah. Is that what you're saying? He was Kree in that?
I think so, but they're all there though. All the Guardians are there except for Chris Pratt and
of course he wouldn't be there.
And
they hate him.
The other chick. The other chick's not there.
Gamora.
Oh,
Yeah.
Gamora.
Yeah, she's not there. My mother.
They didn't have Rocket either.
Nope.
Help me. Oh my god. And then the mom's still on her way. Loki's like, fuck that, I'm not helping you out. Then he's like, trying to make it so that he's important and party's over. So he actually does a Thor thing. Oh, there he is.
Yondu.
There's Yondu.
There's Yondu there, yeah.
Who the hell's this guy?
That's me fucking trying to watch a Marvel fucking animated.
Oh my god. Oh, there's another.
And they have the people that's supposed to be from Adam Warlock's people.
Yep.
Which
there's
that was
another
talk about a freaking tease.
Missed opportunity.
Putting,
yeah.
And you're not putting Adam, who actually had something to do with the Infinity War, not Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel, well, not at least Carol Danvers, because Marvel had something to do with it, but not Carol Danvers. She was nowhere involved with that. And of course, Marvel was destroyed too, so that's another person we're never going to see in proper
this is
form.
Another self-insert here.
Who's that? Self-insert from who?
SJW haircut.
Oh yeah.
You got some sort of.
They got one haircut.
There's many scenes.
So diverse, isn't it?
Diversity is our strength.
Let's all wear the same haircut.
Oh, see, there's the collector collecting these.
That's not collector. That's the other guy.
That's the game master.
That's his
right?
brother.
Game master.
Okay. I thought this was the collector.
The Grandmaster, right? Sorry, I keep.
I'm gonna steal
Same
these
species.
things. So he's stealing the scooters.
Nebula
blows him off because he's like, I think I hear my dad calling. Har har. She's talking about Thanos. And then she's on her way. He's getting desperate, so he's like finally like, I'm gonna do my Thor thing and call thunder and scare you guys because I need your help and like hurry up and help me because Frigga's coming and she's not happy and everyone's
They're all
like,
afraid
oh
of her too.
Oh my god, really? Like, should
not
we do
afraid of
stuff?
Thor, but they're afraid of Frigga, obviously.
Yeah, obviously. So they're like, okay, fine, I guess we'll help you. So then he puts everything back together. They help while she's on her way. They help put the Earth.
They must
back
do that
together.
real fast too, because that is not supposed to be moving almost at like light speed. The Rainbow
Pretty
Bridge.
much. It's an almost instantaneous travel. Yeah.
Yeah. he fixes everything, and this scene was really freaking annoying because he's like
He's trying to take Thor rocks off of the Washington Monument.
yeah, he's like trying to scrub it off, and then she finally shows up, and he's like in a school with like all his friends, and he's teaching them about Earth, and nothing ever happened, and
Earth.
Earth. And who shows up? Of course, Captain Marvel, being like, "I'm here to help you." And
Here's
and
a
tell you-
tablet of all Earth customs.
Yeah,
so you don't need a chalkboard anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Here's all the lessons that you asked for, and your son's great. He's actually trying to learn, and I'm Captain Marvel. And she's like, "I know who you are. I know who you are. Thanks for helping educate my son." That's literally the line. I'm not making it up. You can read it right there. So educated. Thor is being educated, and the mom's thankful. And then, of course, we get the scene with kind of glammed up Mjolnir, because they were partying, and it's kind of like, oh, they were in Vegas, and people put like freaking beads and all that shit on it.
How would they do that anyway? Because you got to lift the hammer up to do that.
Well, you can graffiti
Not
it.
necessarily. You
the
can like.
ground.
I mean,
Yeah,
look at the beads. The beads have to be
You
put
get,
on.
you get the
around.
bees by showing someone of your tits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
did
Mardi Gras,
Thor
though.
get his tits out, or did somebody get their tits out to get the
I guess.
beads?
Or
to give
did
to Thor?
someone throw beads to a woman that flashed, and then as Mjolnir was passing through, caught those beads?
Caught the beads.
Oh, I
midair.
see. It makes perfect sense. and the only way she should have educated him was maybe a little snoo.
That part's coming up a little bit, because then after this, he goes to Jane. He asks her out, kind
He's
of.
like, wasn't cool that you called my mom.
Yeah, it was like, yeah, it was really cool. He called
That's a great pickup line. Nino, if somebody said that to you, would that get you all hot and bothered? You called my mom.
If Thor looked like actually Thor, I'd be like, okay, maybe I'll let it slide. But if it's this guy, no. Like, what the look at him. He looks awful. Like, oh my God. I just can't stress enough how bad they made him look in this. It's just so bad. It's so fucking
Well,
bad.
get ready, because that's probably how they're gonna make Jane look too.
Oh, you mean
Oh,
with her weird
boy.
muscle suit that they put her in?
Yep.
Yeah, and then she's like, "Oh my God, so you're trying to ask me out?" And he's like, "Yeah, okay, I'll ask you out." And that's pretty much it. Pick me up at 8, and that's it. That's the show. Oh wait, no, that's not the show. Because then the the Watcher, the peeping Tom guy shows up. And he's like,
Peeping Tom guy.
that's the thing. They lived happily ever after. What if they've lived happily together after, or maybe not? Because then these like Terminator things start showing up from
It's
this
Ultron
portal.
with
That's Ultron.
Infinity Stones.
Yeah, but
No,
it's
it's actually-
Ultron.
That's Vision.
That's Vision.
But
That's what he wanted to do with Vision. Like, he wanted to put his body into Vision. That was
Yeah.
the whole plan.
Yeah,
Right.
Ultron is
So-
in the Vision body, and then
Yeah.
with the armor and Infinity Stones that he has procured so far.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened, Jane. She asked herself out, and he was like, "Sure."
Yep.
And so like this is what I mean by like the last 5 seconds, we get like the actual, like
We get a different what if that might have been better.
that might have been
Yeah.
good. What if Thor was there just to like hang out, and then this happened, and then how would he deal with it?
Well, the other
Well,
part too is
the what
I
if
don't.
the way if we're looking at there is what if Ultron actually used Vision. That's the good what if.
But at
if
the
he
same time,
actually-
it's like, why would he teleport here and why to Thor? Like,
Yeah.
but Thor has nothing of value for Ultron. Like, Thor isn't in possession of an Infinity Stone.
Is that a kitty?
Yes.
Oh, kitty.
Oh, come on.
I love kitties.
But yeah,
So yeah, this is it. This was the final, like, and it was funny because, but we don't see like weird like Terminators like this anywhere though, do we? I don't remember.
those
these
are the
Terminators.
Ultron robots.
Yeah.
Avengers
Those
too.
are the drones, basically.
Oh. Oh, well, they look cool. Yeah, and he shows up and he's like, I'm here to
Yeah, but
save the world.
I mean, I guess that's a cool concept, but why would he be on Earth?
Kitty! Oh my god, look at the baby. She's so cute. Oh, so beautiful little baby. Sorry, Dmajini. This is
No,
the
I
cutest
was
thing
gonna
I've
say
ever seen.
if he on Earth he already has the Mind Stone, which that Vision had, and then the Tesseract, which has the Space Stone.
Yep, and
That
it
was
looks
the
like he
only
has a
other one.
Power Stone as well, and
So I mean, what stones would he need if he already has it? Why would he become an Earth?
yeah,
Because
I don't know.
There's no reason for him to be there. Like Earth is really not a key spot other than like the Kree Skrull War, which we'll never get that either because Skrulls are good refugees now.
I guess maybe he wants Thor for the ether. Maybe there's a way to connect to the ether.
Well, the other thing that they were talking about though too was that because the way like Nebula was like, oh, let me I think I hear my dad calling. It's like as if Thanos didn't care about the Infinity Stones in that world.
Yeah.
So like Thanos is basically like a nobody, I guess, in that universe.
You know what? I gotta correct myself. We've been saying stones. It's actually gems.
They're gems.
I'll
Yeah.
just block
They are
you on
gems.
Twitter.
What?
I'll just block you on Twitter.
Who blocked me on Twitter?
Belle,
Why?
my cat, she just walked over the keyboard and it blocked you on Twitter.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Hold on, I gotta unblock you.
Oh my god.
Okay, I've unblocked you.
Oh my god, I would have been so sad.
Good girl.
Why
You
did
know
you
what Freddie
block
wanted to do.
Your cat is a canceler now. Your cat's canceling people.
Cat. Hello, cat.
It's because I took her off full screen. She was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
bitch?"
Yeah, that's what it was.
That's the vein.
Yeah, what the fuck? You stupid
Why'd you take
bitch.
me off this fucking TV screen, bitch?
I was there and I was hanging out, and then you fucking did that.
Yeah, but this would have been a better what if too, though. You're right. How many more what ifs we got? 2 more? Is it 2 more?
Apparently
left?
2 more. Apparently.
You guys are
Naked
making
Fame for
sense of
2
this
says,
trash.
"Heart, you guys trying to make sense of all this trash." As
Make sense of it.
I'm not making any sense of it. This is shit.
yeah, there's no making sense. I'm just talking about what the fuck. I don't know. When I saw this episode, I was like, I need to actually talk about it so I can get out what happened.
And they were doing so
process it.
well. The middle 3 were okay, and then they went back to this type of stuff. So.
Yeah, I still think that the first one was worse. I think this is probably my second worst favorite now. Like I think the T'Challa
This one beats T'Challa Star-Lord, huh?
Yeah, this one was really really bad. Like I hated this.
It was far more immature in tone and in execution by comparison to any of the others we've seen so far.
Yeah, I mean the level of the comedy in it was just awful. Like it was just. Again, it was one of those shows where you're like, you don't know what it wants to be. Like, you don't know if it wants to be for kids. You don't know if it wants to be for adults. It has no idea what if doesn't know what it wants to be. It's a mess. Marvel's a mess. This whole thing is a mess. But thank you guys for joining me and helping me break down this shitty show.
Absolutely.
It's at least we have each other to kind of like talk it out with, especially like
this is like your therapy from subjecting yourself to the show.
It really is, because I'm telling you, man, like Thor, I love Thor. I don't understand. I just don't understand why they have to kill all the men that I love. No. Like
To be fair, let me think about it. I don't think there's nothing left really.
No, I mean Spider-Man, he's a little
That's not Spider-Man.
boy.
That's not Spider-Man.
Yes,
That's MCU boy.
Fucking Captain America's gone. I don't like Falcon. I don't like Falcon as Captain.
He was cool as Falcon.
Yeah, he was cool as Falcon. I don't like him as Captain America. I like Steve Rogers as Captain America, but if it was gonna be anybody else, I would have preferred to be
Bucky.
To be Bucky. That didn't happen. Hi, baby. I'm sorry I took you off full screen. I love you. What's your kitty's name again?
Bell.
Hi, Belle. So cute. Little baby.
Can you hear it purring?
No.
Where are we going next?
We're doing cat ASMR.
Cat ASMR. There you go.
I wish I could hear it.
So you know what you gotta do, Nina. You gotta put on a cat mask, and then basically make sucking noises on your microphone, and you make millions.
Good lord.
That's what
fuck?
what's her name did. She put the horse face on, and then made sucking noises on her freaking thing, and made millions. What's her name? Amaranth. She did that.
Oh my god.
You were saying about
Everybody's so mad at me.
ASMR. That's what you were saying. So that's what you got to do.
I just like cat ASMR because I like the purring.
But you got to dress up as a cat, though. Be a cat chick.
It's not gonna happen.
No.
There's a market for that. I'm telling you, Nina. I'm telling you, you can make millions.
Still not interested. Thank you so much, you guys, for joining me and talking about this. Thank you, everybody in the chat who showed up just to talk about everything. Please press the like button if you enjoyed what you saw here tonight. And especially if you love Belle like I do, because Belle's the cutest kitty ever. So cute. I love Belle. Oh, look at that kitty cat love. It's so cute. Naked Fame says, yeah, Nina, put on a cat mask and nothing else and then money. No. That's not gonna happen. But I do appreciate everyone here. I'm scared to like take Belle off the full screen now for a second because I just want to close out the show, but I don't want to get blocked. My gosh. But yeah, anyways, thank you everybody for hanging out. Thank you if you press the super chat button. Thank you so much for the donations. Thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you for chatting with us about this crazy crappy show. We will be back Sunday next week for the next episode, but tomorrow you can catch me on Midnight's Edge for a Toxic Femininity at I think 8 Eastern. Is it 8 Eastern now? I don't know.
I think it's 8 Eastern, yeah.
Thank God. Okay, I got it
And y'all
right.
can, and we have the Dark Council on my channel this week too. So it's
I
going to
was
be the
just-
last Dark Council before we do our meetup in NYC. So make sure y'all come
go
through.
around. Yeah, I was just gonna go around the horn. So Dmajini, tell everyone where they can find you and what you got coming up.
The channel is Dmajini, Dmajini. Like I said, we have the Dark Council on Tuesday. Will be on my show, on my channel, I should say. It's gonna be myself, Drunk 3PO, Abu Nas, Fatal J, Lord Callis, Mark with the C. Lorena might be there. I got some guests coming. I have Force of Light Entertainment going to be there. I will have Comic Chat and 19K Fox. So we're going to be it's going to be a nice party before the party. And basically that's it. And tomorrow I do my regular shows Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and Saturdays and Sundays is live streams, and like Sundays is my Final Fantasy or gaming day. So that's usually when I do my gaming. So come and check me out.
Aw, thank you. Yes, definitely check out Dmajini. His links are in the description, including his Twitter. So give him a follow and make sure you know where he is when he's live streaming. Script Doctor, please tell everyone where they can find you.
They can find me around. I'm on Twitter at ScriptDoctorPhD. I pop up on various streams. This one is one of my favorites because I get to talk to you, Nina, and Jane.
Oh, that's so
And
sweet, Script
with
Doctor.
Dmajini coming in, it's been awesome too because I like his takes. And good old Az when he's awake at this
I
god awful
know.
hour.
I'm so shocked that he came in here. It was such a pity.
What time is it over here, Az?
But I love it.
4 a.m.
Wow.
Az can pity me any day and just hang out. That's totally fine. I'm good with that. Naked Fame is asking Dmajini, is anyone getting naked?
Not yet. That's when I start my OnlyFans.
Okay.
We might have some nakedness then.
Perfect. Az, tell everybody where they can find you and what you got coming up.
You can find me at strokemykitty.com.
Aww.
Where I stroke kitties. professionally.
Wow.
Somebody's gonna clip that.
Please clip that.
My shoulder is just shredded right now
Oh.
because she's just like relaxing, so she's just clawing like that at my shoulder. She doesn't realize there's like little knives.
Yeah.
Right?
She
Little
doesn't
knives
care.
on the
You're
shoulder.
her scratchy pad now. Has scratchy
Scratchy
pad.
daddy. She'll be going to bed with me in a minute anyway.
Oh.
And then she sleeps at the moment. She's sleeping at the top of my bed rest. That's
Oh.
where she likes to skip at the minute.
Are you gonna stream tomorrow? You got anything coming up?
Probably not. But I'll be back on Tuesday with the real BBC.
Okay, the real BBC. Is that going to be on your channel with Gary and Mahler?
Yes, this week,
Okay.
yeah.
So Gary and Mahler on the real BBC.
I need a shoulder that works.
Ouch. Aw. So yeah, check out Az and Mahler and Gary on the real BBC on Az's channel. I will be putting the link in the description. Actually, wait, I have Az's channel now. Heel versus baby.
Mahler just text me and my doggo looks cute.
Oh my god.
Belle. No. Belle. Hey. No.
So there's Az's channel in the chat.